Should you get Dear Esther? Dear Esther is more of an experience than a conventional game. There are no enemies to fight or puzzles to solve, just a journey to make, a story to slowly discover, and a beautiful, haunting environment to explore. The game is best played slowly and in one sitting. If it can be likened to anything, I would call it interactive poetry. You start without knowledge of who you are or why you are here, or who Esther is, but slowly, piece by piece, a story begins to fall into place, fragmented and vague, but intriguing and heartbreaking. You find yourself on a remote island in the Hebrides, and from the instant you begin, you are drawn in by the sheer beauty and poetry of the environment. It is absolutely stunning. Your character continually narrates his experiences on the island and the history of its inhabitants to the absent Esther, offering vaguely philosophical commentary comparing his own story to theirs. As the journey continues, you encounter various objects and events which add to the mystery of the island and your presence on it in a very effective way. Everything about the visuals, the soundtrack, and the ambience can best be described as haunting, and so it is no wonder the game has been described as a ghost story. There is a profound sense of isolation and loneliness in your solitary journey, and also something more ghostly in the way you begin to feel something maybe just behind you, or watching you from the hilltops, or the way you catch a glimpse of motion in the corner of your eye only to turn and find nothing. Dear Esther very effectively uses interactivity to tell its story. Simultaneously, you are this man, experiencing his pain, his loss, his sorrow as he walks a lonely road, and also a commiserating observer sitting on his shoulder and joining him on one last walk, wondering what happened to him, what is going on, whether it is all real or just some fever dream, and questioning just how it will end. Even apart from the tragic story, the game is very emotional in the sheer beauty and poetry of the environment, in the way it invites you to linger, to pause and take in the sights you see, each of which arguably plays a symbolic as well as an aesthetic role. The game tells a story and crafts an experience as much, more really, through the things you see and through your ability to linger over them, as through anything it tells you outright. Altogether, Dear Esther is an experience you owe it to yourself to have, and a wonderful display of just how powerful video games can be when they tell stories in the way only they can. I can honestly say Dear Esther is a moving experience I look forward to returning to in the future.